How's it going out there, YouTubers? Cyberneticshark here with another new video for you. So let's go right in this video and see what it's about. So welcome to another video, guys. This is a video haul video. I'll be showing you a few of the movies I've recently picked up over the last several months. I know it's been a long time in the making. I haven't made one in a while, so I thought I'd make one real quick and give you a little insight into a few of the new movies I've purchased. And of course, let's go right into those, people. Oh yeah. So first up is an awesome film I picked up on 4K. And this movie is just a really awesome film. It is a Best Picture nomination right now for the Oscars. The cheapest we found it was for the 4K version on Amazon. And it comes with the 4K Blu-ray and, of course, the digital HD. And this movie is just so superb. It was such an amazing true story. And just Spike Lee directed the crap out of the film. And that, of course, is the awesome film BlacKkKlansman. Oh, yeah. So if you're not familiar with what BlacKkKlansman's about, basically the premise of the film is about the first African-American undercover cop that actually infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan back in the 70s, and how he portrayed a white person on the phone but had an actual white officer pretend to be him when he went and actually talked to the actual Ku Klux Klan. And it's a really awesome story. Spike Lee directed the crap out of it. Everyone was so fantastic in it, between Adam Driver, John David Washington, everyone that was involved just made a great film. Really fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, especially before the Oscars, which is February 24th, people, next Sunday. So keep your eyes out for that. But definitely, this is such an amazing movie. If you haven't had a chance to see it, definitely check it out. John David Washington was amazing in this. And just a really awesome and fun film. Topher Grace is in this film, too, as the head of the Ku Klux Klan at the time. And just a really well-written film, too, as well. But you can see here, it's a beautiful release here, I feel, of, BlacKkKlansman. I love the look of the cover. You got the great sidebars here with BlacKkKlansman, Ultra HD on both sides here. You got your awesome background, shows a few pictures from the film and stuff like that. Some of the cool special features that this comes with, actually, is actually really awesome. You got a Spike Lee joint. Ron Stallworth, Jordan Peele, and cast discussed working with the iconic director, which Ron Stallworth is actually the real person that the movie's about, that John David Washington portrays in the film. So that's really going to be interesting to watch. Then you got BlacKkKlansman extended trailer featuring Prince's "Mary Don't You Weep" music video in it. So that's kind of interesting too. It's not too many special features, but still a really incredibly true story. This is Rotten Fresh through Rotten Tomatoes. But if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's a stunning tour de France. And let me tell you that, tour de force, because it's just a really fun film. Really well done and just really amazing. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. The next film I picked up is one that it's been a long time in the making for me to get this. It's a classic Tim Burton film that stars Michael Keaton as the Cape Crusader himself. And I couldn't pass it up because I thought it was a hilarious slipcover that they put on for it because the Lego Movie 2 was coming out. And I just think it was a really awesome slipcover, and I didn't have this Batman film yet, so I thought I'd pick it up finally. And that, of course, is Batman, the original Tim Burton film from 1989. Oh yeah, but you can see it shows actually Lego Batman on the lenticular cover here, which I thought was really awesome. I love that. I think it's hilarious. But this is just a great film. Really well directed by Tim Burton. I think Michael Keaton was amazing as Batman. Really fun, really silly, very well done, and just really fun and a classic Batman type of film. This movie, has Jack Nicholson playing the Joker in it. You have Michael Keaton in it. You had Kim Basinger in it. It just had a great cast, and Tim Burton directed the crap out of it. Like I said, I hadn't had it yet, so I decided to finally pick it up and so forth. And I was really, amazed at how well of a edition this one was, and that it was kind of similar to the one they released for its 20th anniversary or whatever. But it comes with some great special features, like it's got commentary by director Tim Burton. You got on set with Bob Kane. Bob Kane was one of the original makers of Batman himself. He was one of the artists and writers. You got Legends of the Dark Knight, the history of Batman, which should be interesting. You got Shadows of the Bat, the cinematic saga of Dark Knights, parts 1 through 3. That should be interesting. Then you got Batman Beyond documentary gallery. That should be interesting. You got 3 Prince music videos. The Heroes and Villains profile gallery. Batman, the complete Robin storyboard sequence, which I believe originally Robin was supposed to be in this film, but he was actually completely, entirely cut out of it. I don't know why. I haven't really researched that much, but I have heard that before, and that sequence there is actually the sequence originally that was going to be in the film, but ended up getting cut. So that'd be interesting to watch too. But this is such a great movie, such an amazing film. Really fun, amazing, hilarious. Lots of great one-liners in it. Michael Keaton, like I said, kicks butt. If you haven't a chance to see this Batman, definitely check it out. It's not Christian Bale, but still, I think Michael Keaton did an amazing job. Definitely worthy of watching, and it's just a fun film. Definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. The next film I picked up was an awesome Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington film that was just really well directed, really fun, lots of great action, and a great story. And this film was one I've been wanting to pick up for a while now. I was waiting for it to get to a decent price. I just couldn't see paying, when it first came out, $20 for it. But it's such a great film and fun. And I actually didn't even get to see it when it first came out. It was probably a couple years after it came out that I finally watched it. And that, of course, is the awesome film that's by Ballastar Kormorker. I think that's right. Kormorker. Maybe it is. Kormorker. Kormorker. Ballastar Kormorker. And that film is called Two Guns. Oh, yeah. Very nice. So this is a great action flick. Lots of great action sequences. Lots of great comedy. Denzel and Mark are really amazing in it. And basically they play 2 undercover cops. Both of them don't realize that the other's an undercover cop, and they kind of become best friends, even though they don't know they're each other cops, but they're 2 very deep undercover cops that eventually find out that they are, and they get mad at each other and actually go after each other, which I think is really funny. It's a really fun film, really hilarious. Lots of, like I said, great action, just really well directed by Ballastar Kormorker. This just has a ton of special features too, which it says Blu-ray exclusives actually for some special features, which are not available on the DVD. And it says The Good, the Bad, and the Sexy, which is a documentary. Then you got Finding the Vibe, which is kind of about Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg's kind of chemistry for the film. Then you got Living Dangerously, which is a Blu-ray exclusive too. But you got additional special features, which is awesome. Which you got deleted and extended scenes, which are always fun. You got Undercover into Action, which has got another making of film documentary for the film. And then you got feature commentary, director Ballastar Kormorker, and producer Adam Siegel. Nice. Lots of great special features. It's a really fun film, really well directed, like I said. I think it was fantastic when I saw it. It's been a while in the making that I wanted to get this and add this collection. It's just fun and hilarious and really well done. It just has a great chemistry in the film and just lots of great action sequences. If you haven't had a chance to check this out, definitely check it out, people. Even check out the trailer if you haven't. If you're wondering about the film, definitely a great film to check out and watch. Give it a try, people. Worth the watch. The next film I picked up is an awesome sequel and a great film series that I think is really well done. I know mostly this film series is for families and stuff like that, for kids, but I feel that there's a lot of great adult humor in these films, and that they're very funny, hilarious, and I love everyone that's involved in the film, from Justin Long, to being in it, to just a slew of people. And this one in particular, Jenny Slate's actually in this one. I think she's hilarious in it and really fun. And you got Jason Lee that's involved with it. You have, like I said, a huge cast of just great people and great actors and comedians that made these involved. But this film came out a few years ago, and I just think it's hilarious and funny. I've wanted to get this for a while. I was waiting to find it with a really great slipcover, and I finally found it the other day. And this is just a fun film, and I think it's a classic. I think it's really fun and hilarious. And that, of course, is the film Alvin the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. Oh, yeah. I absolutely love these films. I think they're hilarious. Between this one and the newest one, Road Chip, oh my god, that one's even funnier because of Tony Hale in it. He was so freaking hilarious. This film series, I think, is fantastic. I think it's really well written. I think the music's amazing in it. And I just think it's really fun and entertaining to watch. This is one I've been waiting to get for a while now. Like I said, waiting for a really nice slipcover. And I just think it's a fun film series. If you don't know what this one's about, basically the Chipmunks and Dave and the Chipettes go on a cruise, and they end up being shoved overboard, and they end up on this island where they got to try to figure out a way to get home, basically, and why they were pushed off the boat and so forth. It's just a really fun, hilarious, entertaining film. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was super funny. It's got some special feature highlight, which is Monk Music and Dance Machine, Move and Groove of the Chipmunks, which should be interesting. I haven't seen that yet, so that should be interesting. It's like a music video of one of their songs they sing or whatever. But for special features, this film has quite a few, and I think it's pretty fun. So you got Alvin the Chipmunks, of course, in high definition. Then you got Monk Music and Dance Machine, which I already said. Then you got Going Overboard with the Chipmunks, which should be fun, kind of a making of. You got Monking Movies in Paradise, which should be fun. You got Everybody Monk Now, which should be funny. You got Alan Tuck Chipmunk, which should be fun, because Alan Tuck is just a hilarious comedian. Absolutely love the guy. He was in Dodgeball. He was in Serenity. He was in Firefly. Great comedian and actor. Chipmunk Apprentice, actually, that was called. Then you got Fox Movie Channel presents Growing Up Alvin and the Character with Jason Lee. So it's a little thing with Jason Lee and about growing up with the Alvin Chipmunks. Then you got sing-along music videos. That's always fun. Who doesn't like to sing movies and songs? Why not? Then you got access to the Chipwrecked Coloring with Chipmunks app. Interesting for the kiddos. And then you got hilarious extended scenes and more, which is always awesome. Wow, it's got a lot of special features, which is really awesome. Like I said, amazing film, fun, hilarious. If you're looking for a stupid film just to put in and be like, just laugh hysterically at, this movie is that type of film. And it's so fun, hilarious, great for all ages. Doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult. These are great films. Definitely give it a whirl, people. It's worth the watch. Really fun. The next film I picked up was one I've been waiting for to come out on Blu-ray and have a great edition. This one came out with a really great slipcover. This is just an amazing film. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films. They released it as like an old style VHS case, which I think is really awesome. And this movie was just really awesome, really fun, great action sequences, lots of great comedy, just well directed and written. And then, of course, is the film Last Action Hero. Oh yeah, woohoo! Yes, such an awesome film. And as you can see here, it's like an old VHS case. The VHS is coming out of the case, etc., etc. You can see here on the sidebar, it's just like the front of the VHS case, where I have the sticker told you the name. On this side, it just says Last Action Hero. And, of course, on the back shows you a few pictures from the film. And then, of course, it looks like the VHS case coming out the side still in the symposium and stuff like that. This is another one Mill Creek put out, which I think Mill Creek sometimes puts out some really great editions of films. Sometimes they're just basic and have nothing on them, which I believe this probably doesn't have any special features, unfortunately. I haven't really looked into it, but it doesn't look like it does. But still a great definition transfer of this film. Just a really awesome film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And basically, what the premise of this movie is the main kid here, Austin O'Brien. He ends up getting sucked into Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie, and he has to figure out how to get back out. And so he helps Arnold throughout the movie, and Arnold's trying to help him to try to get out of the film himself. And basically, it's about him trying to figure out why he's stuck in the movie, how he needs to get out, and basically move on and live his childhood. It's a really great film, really well directed by John McIntyre, who directed the first three Die Hard films, or the first and third Die Hard films, sorry, and also has directed a lot of great other action films and so forth. This is just a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Worth the watch. Austin O'Brien rocks. Arnold Schwarzenegger rocks in it. I believe Anthony Quinn's in it. Mercedes Rule. You got Frank McRae in it. Charles Dance. Art Carney. F. Murray Abraham. Tom Noonan. Robert Prowski. I mean, this has a huge cast. So this is just an amazingly well done film. Definitely give it a whirl. Check it out, people. It's worth a watch. The next film I picked up is one that I don't know why I don't already have this. It's such an amazing and well done film, directed by Robert Zemeckis, produced by Steven Spielberg, has the late great Bob Hoskins in it. Robert Fletcher lends his voice to it. Jessica the awesome, not Jessica Lange, what's her name? From Serial Mom and and Undercover Blues, and that was in Dumb and Dumber 2. I can't remember her name right now. But anyway, she lends her voice to Jessica Rabbit in the film. But this is just a really great film. It's the 25th anniversary edition of the film on Blu-ray. It's such an awesome film. Absolutely love this film. And that, of course, is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This movie just rocks. It's so fun, so hilarious. This movie is just so hilariously well done. The animation in it was so awesome. Loved all the characters that were involved in it. You had Disney characters, you had Warner Brothers characters, etc., etc. Roger Rabbit is so hilarious. I loved him in the mini shorts that they had in front of quite a few Disney films, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and so forth. And this is just so well directed by Robert Zemeckis. One of the best films from 1988 with best special effects. It really was. I mean, because from the animation to the CGI effects that they did have at the time were just stunningly well done and so well made. Bob Hoskins, I absolutely loved in this film. I was very sad when he passed away in 2012. He was so awesome in this. I thought everyone involved in it. Christopher Lloyd was really hilarious and just so fun. If you haven't seen it, basically what the premise of the film is Roger Rabbit, who's a cartoon character, is framed for the murder of Marvin Acme. And so the film is basically about him trying to get help from Eddie Valiant, who's played by Bob Hoskins, and to try to, prove that his innocence and prove who actually killed Marvin Acme and why. And basically that's what the film's about him trying to prove his innocence, Roger Rabbit being helped by Bob Hoskins, being helped by his wife Jessica Rabbit, and so forth. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. So really fun and just entertaining. Great for all ages as well. Lots of great comedy in it. But this comes with some great special features. You got the digitally restored The Roger Rabbit shorts, which you get included with this, which are Tummy Trouble, Roller Coaster Rabbit, and Trail Mix-Up, which is really awesome. Then you got Who Made Roger Rabbit, which is a mini documentary hosted by Charles Fletcher, the voice of Roger Rabbit, which is really awesome. Then you got audio commentary with filmmakers Robert Zemeckis, producer Frank Marshall, Jeffrey Price, Peter Seaman, Steve Starkey, and Ken Ralston, which is really awesome. Then you got Toontown Confidential, which is a viewing option with intriguing and hilarious facts and trivia. So like a trivia track, which is really awesome, or like pop-up video that was on VH1 back in the early or late 90s, mid to late 90s and early 2000s. That's pretty much what that's like. Then you got Deleted Scene, the Pighead sequence with filmmaker commentary. Then you got Before and After, split screen comparison with and without animation, which is awesome. Then you got Behind the Ears, the true story of Roger Rabbit, which is an exclusive in-depth behind-the-scenes documentary, which is awesome. Then you got Toon Stand-Ins featurette, which is rehearsing with stand-ins for the Toons, which is kind of like those, usually if you've seen any of the documentaries from recent films, where there's the green screen people, basically, that are holding up certain objects, or as a puppeteer holding like a certain character that's going to be CGI'd into the film. That's basically what that is. So that'd be interesting to watch. And then, of course, you got, finally, On Set Benny the Cat, the making of a scene from the film. So that should be interesting and fun. Oh, my God. But on the DVD itself, it has a new exclusive to itself, the Valiant Files, which is an interactive set-top gallery and more. So this comes with pack-loaded special features, which is so awesome. Totally worth picking up. Got this for such a great deal. Very happy to have this in my collection finally. Fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, people, definitely check it out. Worth the watch. The next film I picked up is an awesome film that I've been wanting to get for a while now. I've been waiting for it to find it on Blu-ray for a decent deal for its 2-disc director's cut. This movie was just so well directed. Such an amazing story on a true story about a serial killer from the early 60s that resurfaced in the late 70s. The Zodiac killer. And this movie was just so well directed by David Fincher. It had a great cast. You had Mark Ruffalo in it. You had Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr. I mean, this movie just had a superb cast. It was so awesome. And then, of course, is the film The Zodiac. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is such an amazing film. And if you're not too familiar with what this film, basically it chronicles the main gentleman the particular character that has written many books over the years about his experience with the Zodiac Killer and his letters coming to the newspaper that he worked at in New York. And or not New York, sorry, one of the papers somewhere, actually in California, my bad, San Francisco, I believe. But anyway, so basically it's about that certain gentleman and how basically his story and how he got involved with trying to find the Zodiac Killer, and in the 70s when he resurfaced and started sending those letters to his newspaper. And basically it's about, that the main character is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and about how what his life became from trying to solve the Zodiac murders and to catch this guy. And that's basically what the whole movie's about. Really intense, really well done, really amazing. This comes with some great special features. You got commentary by director David Fincher. You got commentary by Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Brad Fisher, James Vanderbilt, and James Ellroy, who are writers and producers on the film. On the disc 2, you got Zodiac Deciphered, an exhaustive behind-the-scenes documentary on the making of Zodiac. You got the visual effects of Zodiac. You have pre-visualizations, which is a split-screen comparison between animatics and finished film for the 3 murder sequences. Then you got This is the Zodiac Speaking, a feature-length documentary produced and directed by David Pryor, covering every aspect of the investigation, including interviews with the original investigators and surviving victims of the Zodiac, which is really awesome. And then the final feature is His Name Was Arthur Lee Allen, the truth about the prime suspect in the Zodiac case from people who knew him and the police who investigated him. So that should be an interesting little documentary too. So this comes with great special features, such an amazing film, really well done. It was something I really wanted to add to my collection eventually, because it just is an amazing film. Finally got it for a really great deal, found it on Blu-ray too, especially as a director's cut, because this movie is just so intense and fun. Really well directed, like I said. Amazing film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, people. Give it a try. It's worth a watch. Really great cast and amazing film. Great thriller type of film and based on true story. So to finish off our video haul, the final film that I picked up of this video haul is an awesome film that I've been wanting to get on Blu-ray. I've been waiting to find it on the actual Blu-ray case. Because a lot of the times when I found it, it wasn't actually a DVD case, and I just prefer Blu-ray cases over the DVD case because they just look nicer and more sleek and smaller and take up less space. But this is the 35th anniversary edition of it, even though this film is actually older. It's actually turning 40 this year. Actually turned 40 in 2017, actually, so it's 42 years old this year. It's such an amazing film. Had a great cast in it between Red Buttons, Mickey Rooney. Such a great cast and so fun, and a great Disney film. And that is, like I said, the 35th anniversary edition of the awesome film, Disney's Pete's Dragon. Oh yeah, this is something I didn't have in my collection yet. I was waiting to find it, just like I said about the DVD case. Something I've been wanting to get. Finally came down in price, and actually was a decent price. And it's such an amazing film. I can't wait to watch this actually on Blu-ray for the first time. I haven't seen it in high definition yet. It's probably going to look so amazing and superb. I absolutely love this movie. The songs in it are amazing. Everyone in it is amazing. Helen Reddy is amazing. Just a really brazzle-dazzle type of film. This movie is just so fun. It brings back a lot of childhood memories. I watched this for the first time in, I think, elementary school. And it's a really fun film. Really well done. Really well directed by Don Chaffee. And just really amazing. Great song sequences, too, in this. And Mickey Rooney was awesome. Helen Reddy, Red Buttons. Like I said, Jim Backus was in this film. He was awesome in it. The main kid, I think he was excellent in it, playing Pete and so forth. Just a really fun film. Now, if you're not familiar with what Pete's Dragon's about, basically what the premise of the film is this young boy has an imaginary dragon that has all of a sudden come to him to try to help him get a better life, basically. And the movie's about him and kind of the obstacles that Pete keeps, causing for Pete himself. The dragon's name is Elliot. And basically, him trying to find a family and be happy. And that's pretty much what the premise of the film is. And that's why, Elliot has come, is to help him get a family and to be happy and not to be where he is at the beginning of the film. Really fun film, like I said. Academy Award nominated, film too, because it was nominated for Best Song for 1977, "Candle on the Water," sung by Helen Reddy. But this actually comes with some great special features. So we get Brazzle Dazzle effects behind Disney's movie magic, which is learn about the history of Disney's magical mix of live action and animation, narrated by Sean Marshall, who played Pete in the film. Then you got deleted storyboard sequences. Terminus and Hoagie hunt Elliot. Listen to a rare demo dialogue track as you view storyboard sketches. Then you got original song concept, Boo Bop, Boo Bop Bop, I Love You Too. Hear the first demo recording from 1976 with early story sketches of Pete singing to Elliot. And that's it for the special features on this disc. Such an amazing film. It's its first time on Blu-ray finally. It's a great, amazing film. Such just a wonderful film. Brings back so many great memories. And just fun and awesome. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a whirl. It's a fun film. I think it's the original is way better than the remake, but the remake is still fun and good too as well. But this one is still the original and best. Such an amazing film. Very happy with it, and very glad to finally have it in my collection. Very happy and glad that I got this awesome high definition version of it. So that's it for this unboxing. So that's it for this video haul video, folks. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And also, thank you for subscribing. If it's your first time here, if you've been here before and you haven't hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? A grand invitation? Hit that subscribe button so miss this video or any of the awesome videos I put up. And as always, people, keep your eyes out for any older, newer videos you might not have seen mine yet. And as always, people, check out the awesome Stardust app, where you can watch 3 to 30 seconds of trailers, movies, TV shows, anything your heart desires. And also, awesome contests are always being added to this awesome free app, too, as well. So that's something to do. Go ahead and check that out, people. And as always, people, catch you in the next one.